Is going to see how are we doing this fine Thursday evening? Welcome to Q2C VR Gamer Live. It is awesome to be back with you guys today. It has been a crazy busy day. It has been a marathon, and I am so happy to be back and talking with you guys again about all the crazy, insane stuff that we did today. But let's bring on our boys, right? Let's bring on. Hello,
Hello,
Todd.
hello.
How you doing, man? And
I'm fantastic.
let's bring in Nick. What's up, Nick Quinn? What's going on, my friend?
What's going on? What's up? What's going on
Dude,
tonight, man?
did
Crazy day.
did you see the Did you see the countdown intro?
I know, I loved it.
What
Looked pretty
the crap?
smooth.
Even
It's-
had some like fancy music.
It's almost like we know what the freak we're doing, right?
Almost.
Might be getting there.
So what's going on, guys? Did you have, boring day? Not much going on in the world of VR?
No, not much.
Yeah,
Had a couple
I
naps.
Might have heard of something, but I just can't put my finger on it.
I know, right? I know. Just an insane day. It feels like I've just been jumping from one thing to the next, and going from one Reddit post to this Reddit post to that Reddit post, just trying to figure out what in the crap really happened today. But either way, like I said, we're always going to have stuff to talk about here. And whether there's big announcements or not big announcements, which there were big announcements today, it just wasn't the big announcements we wanted it to be. But it doesn't matter what it is. We got shit to talk about no matter what, right?
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
We got some people coming on in. We got Stephanie Masher is live from Epcot right now.
Yeah.
Look
I
at
should be in
you.
Epcot.
Oh, I'm a little bit jealous.
Guys, I can look right here. I can look out if I look this way, I can see Epcot from the balcony of my room. I'm like, hey, how you doing, guys? So yeah, Steph and my daughter, they were like, I'm like, I got to go back and prep for live tonight and get with Todd and get with Nick. She's like, okay, we're gonna go to Epcot. I'm like, okay, great.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
Missing out on that one.
Yeah. But we got Ribs here. Alex Ribs is here. How you doing, Alex? Man, what's going on? We got Terry Church, Jason Ward. He says it's better to watch on Facebook or YouTube. Hey, man, that's why we got both. Whatever you feel, whatever you like to, wherever you like to be, that's where you can be. That's why we have both, and hopefully, people will be enjoying it. Benny Lee's here. He says, "Sup. What's up, Benny?"
What's going on, Benny?
Krista Lee is here.
Yep.
Hey, what's up, Krista?
Krista,
Yeah, where's
what's
the
going
mouse
on?
at? Krista, what's going on? How you doing? It's good to see you, Krista. And who we got? We got Kenny Ellicott is here. What's going on, Kenny? He said hello
on,
again.
Kenny?
Tim,
Thanks
I think
for joining us.
Kenny was here today. I think I saw his name. There was so much chat going on this morning. It was tough to keep up with.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there was some good things talked about today. There's some bad things talked about today. There's some crazy things talked about today. So.
Some things that just weren't talked about today.
Oh, I know,
there was
right?
that.
I still think Zuckerberg's got a head in one of those boxes.
Nah.
the
Yeah,
box.
right.
Yeah. My wife says Charlie says hi from Little Mash.
A little
Hey,
mash.
Little
Little Mash, what's going on?
Hey, Little Mash. How you
Big
doing?
shout out
so
to
they,
her.
Yeah, so she was. She sent me a message. They're like, we're doing test track right now. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Disney World, Epcot. They do
Yeah.
that test track.
Yep.
Test track's pretty amazing. It's like you're speeding around like 60 miles an hour around this track around this thing. I mean, it's awesome.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, Little Mash, and hey, Mash Mama Cool. How you guys doing
Absolutely,
out there?
hey.
But
And thanks
but
for
yeah,
everybody
I mean-
else for joining us. Yeah.
heck yeah, man! It's good to see you. We had so many people in chat earlier today. We were hovering right around 37, 38 people for a
Yeah.
long time, and
Yeah.
we never actually got to the 40, so I couldn't give a hoodie away. But I felt so bad that there was so many good people in there. I said, "Screw it, let's give one away tonight." So I don't care how many. We can get 2 people in here for Shell Live Chat tonight. We're giving a hoodie away. I don't care.
Absolutely. Yeah, no,
So
because that's awesome. Because, we were talking about this a little bit earlier. There's so many places you could have caught Facebook Connect today. But all these people, they came and watched y'all here. I showed up a little
Dude.
bit and they watched
Hell
here. And that's just amazing to have everybody's support for that. So,
Oh hell yeah, man! I was getting so many like announcements when we went live. Like this person went
Bing,
live.
bing,
This
bing.
person went live. I'm like,
Oh,
holy
yeah.
crap, Todd! We're going up. Todd and Nick, we're going up against 20 other streamers who are going live to talk about their stuff. I mean, we're going up against the likes of Mike from VR Oasis and Gamer Tag and
Upload VR.
Upload VR,
Yeah.
Beater Benjo, Mateo 311, and Alex Milan went live. It was like, holy crap, man! But hey,
yeah, so to see everybody come up, that was pretty cool.
we had a freaking great time, and it was just a lot of fun. It was cool to do something like that. We've never done anything like that. I've never done anything like that for that kind of event. So it was cool to be there and watch it with everybody, and that's mainly what I wanted to do. Even if we had 10 people in there, I would have been happy, just because I want to be there hanging out with people and listening to this stuff. Whether
I'm glad we figured out this in time so that we could stream it correctly, right? Where we could share the screen, all talk about it together.
Exactly.
Yeah, you came across Restream at the right time.
Oh my God.
Things just kind of fell into place there.
Literally, you guys, everything that you're seeing right now, this little intro that we had that just popped up, the backgrounds that we have, everything that you see right now is just something that is pretty amazing that we put together just in the last day and a half, basically. So yeah, it's super cool.
Absolutely.
You know what I don't see, Todd? I don't see our names in our boxes.
Oh yeah.
All of a sudden, I don't know where
Well,
that
it's
went.
got to be on the chat part on the right, maybe.
Oh.
Or under captions, maybe. Maybe turn that caption off. I bet you the names show up.
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
That's
any
what it
new
is.
program's going to have some technical startups, right?
Yeah, right.
What's that?
Hide that.
No.
I don't know. I can't figure this out. All right, but anyway, there we go.
Good.
Success. It's this is going to be a fun thing. We're going to figure this out, man. We got Ernie Witten with us. Kevin Mars is with us. Techno Glitch, how you doing, man? Are you finally
happy? And Kevin showed up that.
Tech, are you finally glad that you heard that After the Fall is coming on the 9th? Are you ready for After the Fall? After all this, he's been bitching for months about After the Fall being delayed.
Oh, yeah. Well, they delayed it for a good reason, too. So I'd rather them finish up a game and make it, because some of these games, they pre-release a little early. We saw this with Larcenauts, and they're just not ready. They've got great potential, but they need that extra time. So the wait sucks, but I understand where they're coming from on it.
Yeah. There's so much shit we have to play right now. Did you see this guy post? Did you guys see this guy post in the group the other day? He's like, I'm looking on the Oculus store since I bought my Quest, and there are no new games since I bought it a year ago.
Yeah, right.
And I went off on this dude, and I listed every mother freaking game that's been released this year, from Demio to Resident Evil 4, and I'm like, what are you talking about, bro?
Oh, there's been so many games. There must have been at least there was 1 to 4 games releasing every Thursday for months on end. They're still kind of doing that. I mean, we got what do we got coming up? Blades and Sorcery now after the fall.
Yeah, hell yeah. We got some we still have bangers coming, and I don't think they've still announced everything yet. There's still I think there's still another game out there that we could see coming. We still have Captain Toonhead coming, which is going to going to be sounds like a quirky game, but it's going to be I think it's going to be an awesome game.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one. That one's going to be interesting. I don't even fully know what that one is yet, but I've seen some of the trailers on it, and it looks like it's going to be very interesting. And they've actually
first-person shooter team deathmatch kind of thing with just quirky weapons, quirky guns, quirky.
I'd say it's got a little bit of tower defense in it too. Did you see that? Because you can place these defensive.
Yeah,
they've also pushed that one back like some of these other devs too, just to polish up their game a little bit. And again, I don't mind giving a dev some extra time to make something worth our time, but don't say that there ain't no games. There's so many games to choose from.
Dude, I listed 25 games off, and I'm like, what in the freak are you talking about, man? You have no clue. I just think some of these people put these posts up just to get people to say something on them.
It's the internet. It's 2021. You're going to find trolls. They're going to be everywhere.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Hey, Jesse Jasso's here. Jesse, how you doing, man? It's good to see you.
Jesse.
Michael Szymanski, how you doing, man? Glad you stopped in. Our buddy Dickel Salas Pineda is here. He says, yes, please, After the Fall. I've been asking for this game for months. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Ernie Witten says, can't wait for After the Fall multiplayer. Yes, please. Yeah, we're going to talk about After the Fall in a little bit. Just kind of go over what some things that were announced today. But let's get right into the shit, guys. I mean, Oculus or not Oculus,
Yeah.
but Facebook Connect. What do you
is
think?
Is it Facebook still?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean-
Well, Meta Connect? Is it
Are we
Meta
doing
Connect?
Meta Connect?
I don't know. It's in the past. It's still Facebook Connect.
Still Facebook Connect, yeah. So, I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, were you disappointed? Not disappointed?
I was not.
Disappointed.
I was expecting this. I knew they had new games coming. I did not expect Rockstar. That was kind of a shocker.
That's a great shocker. Yeah.
Pro Plus 3, any of those names, I just it didn't surprise me. I felt like the hype was there, and Facebook was all like, "Haha, we got you guys." You know,
that's exactly what it turned out.
I really think they wanted eyes in front of this, whatever they did here, which is basically show their vision of what they consider to be their metaverse and their main focus of where they're going to bring Facebook. Two things that I took from this that I'm extremely excited about. Number one, Facebook is all in on VR AR.
Oh yeah,
right?
We say 150 million.
150 million, but they're taking their entire company and they are basically focusing it in one direction, and that is virtual reality, augmented reality, metaverse. That is where we all want to be. And this is one of the largest companies in the world that are basically, whether we like them or not, they're on our side. They're on our side to make the games that we want to play, or make the experiences that we want to be in, whether it be augmented reality glasses, or whether it be VR headsets, or whether it be some type of metaverse. It doesn't matter. They are in our corner, whether we like it or not, but they are going to put their dollars behind what we love, which is a win-win for everybody, whether you like Facebook or not, or like Meta or not. And that's one of the big reasons they've done this. They've broken themselves up now into little pieces of this larger company called Meta. So people will not be correlating Facebook with Oculus anymore, because Facebook is going to kind of drift away.
And speaking of which, I don't know if I heard this right or didn't hear it right during the show, but are they going to try to move towards not needing a Facebook to play on your Quest, the same as the Quest used to be?
Yes.
That's what that's what I did take away from that.
Yeah. So here's the deal, though. You're still going to need to sign in some way. It's just you're not going to need a
Well, you had an Oculus account before.
Yeah. And it sounds to me, and I think Todd agrees with me when we were talking earlier, this is going to be more focused towards a business thing. So, or a workplace thing. So if you want to have some type of workplace account to sign into to your VR headset with, you can do that as a work account. But you're still going to have something to sign in with. You can't.
I think they're trying to get away from coworkers seeing that you're playing, after the fall for 10 hours a day.
Yeah, exactly right.
You know what I mean? Like they're trying to separate business from pleasure, if you will, and rightfully so. They should.
Yeah. No, I mean, that sounds like the best route to go for them. I mean, and a lot of people, because of the name Facebook alone, would not get into VR, where something might have been something they found interesting simply because of the name Facebook behind it. So now if they're moving Oculus towards this Meta, well, that doesn't have that history of Facebook with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
they're definitely banking on that.
Yeah, and like I think what me and Todd talked about earlier was, I think this is a smart move on their part. Two reasons. Number one, you get the whole stigma of Facebook away from everything. But two, you bring all those people in that hate Facebook and that will not play on the Oculus system because of Facebook. There are millions of people out there that have that want to be in the Oculus platform in some way or another, but they won't because of the Facebook that's attached to it.
Right.
So now if you can eliminate that, you're going to bring in a whole new group of people to buy your headset, because again, we all agree the Quest 2 is the best headset on the market, whether you want to do standalone or PC gaming right now, for the price. Okay, maybe not the best specs, but again, price comparison wise,
consumer wise,
the Quest 2 is the best headset you're going to find right now. So you're going to bring all those people in that possibly would never have come to your platform because of Facebook. Now they can come in, and it gives you a stronger foothold on to compete against Apple or Google or PlayStation VR when that comes out, whether it comes, so whenever.
But is that a missed opportunity where they could have announced new hardware to also suck in the new members?
Yeah, I mean, I think they teased new hardware. I mean, they teased it like crazy, right?
They never did open that box.
And they never opened the damn case.
Yeah. Yeah, what's in the box? What's in the box? I just kept thinking about the movie Seven and Brad Pitt with what's her name's head in the box. You know,
With the head in the box. Yeah.
Oh my God, we got a couple more people watching. Dave Marsh is here. What is going on, Dave?
Thanks for coming.
Dave's got exciting news. Nick, let's talk about some of Dave's exciting news.
He does actually. So Shadowgate today released a I don't want to say DLC. It's a patch for the game for Halloween. So, and it's got some pretty cool stuff in it. I have not even gotten the chance to jump into it yet myself. I'm fixing to tonight. It's going to be a long night.
I played it.
Did you have?
Yeah, he didn't send it to you.
Oh, and here I thought we played Demio together.
What? No. Me and him are friends. You guys aren't friends. It's me and Dave. Me and Dave are buddies. He doesn't think of you as a son anymore.
Have you guys played Demio yet? Have y'all played it together yet?
Of course. It's like 5 minutes before the show started. We were in Demio together, me and Dave. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, this is how top secret this was. We didn't even get a chance to play this. And it sounds amazing. I mean, Dave is just, this is just a passion for him, and Shadowgate, and it's going to be a passion for us too, because we are going to do whatever we need to do to get Shadowgate in as many people as possible, because it's a freaking amazing game and more people need it. So, yeah, I mean, Dave and his team are still pushing out updates. What do they got coming with the update, Nick? Can you give us some idea of what's in there?
Yeah, a couple things. You'll get hats for Odin, which is going to be neat. Some kind of Halloween hats, a couple different hats that he can wear. You'll actually have a place to use your coins. You'll be able to find these orbs throughout the entire game that will give you. And I haven't looked on this completely yet, but we'll start explaining why the dwarves left the mines and left it all trapped for you to try to get through all of it. A couple other things. Your ice wand. Now here's a big one. You've played Shadowgate. Todd, I don't know if you've played Shadowgate yet or not.
I haven't had a chance. Nope.
Okay, well, you get a fire wand and you get an ice wand in the game. The ice wand was good for specific scenes, doing certain things in the game, freezing water and whatnot. Now the ice wand has been patched to slow every enemy that you hit with it. So it's actual a fair used weapon like your fire wand, much more used in the game. It's huge patches, great stuff, good stuff.
That's cool, good. Man. That's good. That's so good. That's so good. So, I mean, he's just still pouring content into this thing, which is how amazing is this. This game is already amazing, number one, but to keep putting more and more and more stuff in there is just unheard of, man.
Yeah, and this is and this is book one. I mean, of the Shadowgate saga. So there's going to be 2, 3, 4 more books. I don't even know how many.
Man. I can't wait.
Yeah, if they're as good as this one or better, it's. And this one, I went back in it the other night to record some footage for my YouTube channel, so I can kind of show a little bit more of it off. And I felt just like it was even more polished than the last time I was in there. It was really just I have fun every time I jump in. I cannot complain with that game, not even a little bit.
Oh yeah, no,
that's good.
Really, how could you? You know what I mean? It's just amazing. So, guys, are you taking a look at the YouTube? How's it look? We got anybody over there?
No, it's just Todd. I meant to say something to you, Todd.
I'm not missing anything with chat over there.
No.
Here, I can chat with Todd over on YouTube.
Look at this. It shows up as.
Oh, it does show up.
It shows up with our accounts and stuff, right? So
yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. So yeah, guys, we are streaming through. We are now officially streaming multiple platforms at the same time. So we are streaming here to Facebook for everybody, and we also will be streaming to YouTube. Which again, a lot of people are now going to see it that hate Facebook. There's a lot of people out there that would like to watch us, but they don't like Facebook. And here we got one right here, Traveling Man 3775 from the Virtual Strangers Discord and channel. And what's going on, man? Traveling Man's awesome. He's so supportive of pretty much anything that has to do with VR. And I think he's been here. This is his first time here now because he can be here through YouTube. Because again, a lot of people don't want to mess around with the with Facebook, which I understand. I do.
Jesse in chat wants to know, and I don't know because I'm still even fairly newer to this restream than you guys. Are we streaming to Twitch as well?
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. I don't think we're going to. I'm going to try and keep it to 2 platforms. I don't want to split it to too many because number one, we have to keep track of all those chats, and I think we're going to keep it to 2 platforms. We'll keep it. Yeah, exactly. We'll keep it to YouTube, and we'll keep it to Facebook. In that way, just anybody who doesn't want to be a part of the Facebook thing, which I get, I understand. can go over to YouTube and watch us from there, because we're going to have a lot. We're going to have a lot of good information, guys. You want to know something amazing? Here's some news next week that nobody knows about. Nick, who we got joining us next week, man?
Oh, so next week, next Thursday, same time, same place, we are going to have Marcus Henderson from Unplugged, the lead developer, who is also the same lead developer. Yep, from Guitar Hero, the same guy. So
hell yeah, dude!
Hell
Guitar
yeah,
Hero, one of my all-time favorites, man.
Hell of a time. We're gonna have him on next Thursday. He's gonna talk a little bit about Unplugged, the future of Unplugged with us, and so much more. Can't wait. Can't wait. Rockin' dude.
Yeah. I mean, and I just can't wait to ask this guy, number one, a million questions about Guitar Hero. Right? But I want to ask him, like, when are we getting more songs? When are we getting peripherals? When are we getting this? When are we getting that? I have a million questions for this guy. Yeah. I hope he did. I hope I'm just gonna ask him everything.
I don't know all the news on it, but I was actually looking today. Somewhere I was finding it. They're actually going to be doing a couple of patches here real soon for Unplugged to address any kind of issues and whatnot. And I don't think I told you this earlier, but I let the dev know about y'all's talk on Virtual Strangers, and he loved it.
Nice.
Loved listening to y'all.
we did a whole thing on it on Wednesday and Virtual Strangers, man, and me and Wes and Roots, and we all loved the game, man, and we all loved it. And it was basically the only issue we had with the game was just a little bit of, and it wasn't even tracking with your fingers. It was just a little bit of the guitar body and having the little bit of drift with the guitar itself, but. Again, I think that's going to be things that they can patch or things that they can fix. And, I'm so excited for where this game is going to go in the future, because really, if peripherals are possible, can you imagine you can do Rock Band? You could do Rock Band where you get people across the country. You want to hang out with your buddy that's in California and you're in New York, and you guys want to play some awesome music, and you get somebody who wants to sing, and then you get somebody who wants to play drums, and then you get somebody who wants to do the guitar and do the bass. And you can get a 5-man crew together. I mean, some of the best times that my family has had or friends have had, they have people come over to the house. I break out my Rock Band stuff, and I get the drum set out. I get the microphone out.
The guitars and the bass.
Yeah, get the guitars out, and you're passing the mic around to people, and everybody's singing and having a good time and drink. You could do this with people that don't live anywhere near you or friends we could do it with us. I mean, we could have all of us in there playing. Oh yeah.
There's so much potential with it, and the route that they decided to go with the air guitar was a unique and interesting route. It almost feels ahead of its time. I almost feel like the Quest 2 hand tracking isn't quite where it needs to be able to keep up with something like this game. But how many times did you guys see Guitar Hero at a party or Rock Band, at your buddy's house? It was everywhere as a kid. This thing is huge, and it was quite a big deal for it to come out. And to come out when Resident Evil 4 came out, stiff competition.
Yeah, but I think it was okay though, because it was such a different game than Resident Evil 4. You know what I mean? If it was either another shooter or another adventure game, but this is such a different departure from what Resident Evil 4 is. And because it's such a new thing for VR, I don't think it did get overshadowed, of course. Resident Evil 4 is going to overshadow everything, but it didn't get overshadowed as much as I think it could have if it was any other type of game.
Well, this is a different genre for the Quest 2 in general. I have not used hand tracking in any way like this before on the Quest 2. It's incredibly impressive how good the finger tracking is on it. I felt like the body tracking can always use a little bit of improvement, but that's what these developers do. They put out their games, they give they see what the audience's reaction is to it, what they like, what they don't like, and then they patch it. And I'm noticing that with so many developers, and Unplugged is no exception.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. I mean, and you know what was so impressive with these guys? That they went out and they got the actual music that we wanted to hear, right?
Yes.
I mean, they went out and got stuff that is amazing. They have Ozzy, they have
Foo Fighters, they've got
Tenacious D. Was Green Day. Yeah, Tenacious D. That's a freaking great song by Tenacious
really?
D in there. Yeah,
yes, they do.
I can't believe you haven't played this game yet, man. You got to go get this game.
Dude, it's in the very first sets. Tenacious D. I think it's called Roadie is the name of it.
Don't go get it. I'm gifting it to you right now as we speak in real time. I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now because you have to go play this game.
I'm going to play it tonight.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It really is a fun game.
Remember when Oculus didn't have gifting of shit? You could I want to buy something again. You couldn't do it. You know,
so frustrating.
Like, I can't buy somebody something. You know what I mean?
They're still that way with App Lab games, are they not? Unfortunately,
did they change it? I thought they were talking about changing it where you were going to be
That'd
able
be
to start
great if they
doing it with
could.
App Lab games.
I don't think they
really?
changed the App Lab stuff yet.
Yeah, they need to do that too, because I mean those are the games that you really want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Unplugged is so much more than just sitting there playing a guitar. Because and I personally haven't even got up to this part yet. I've played it a little bit, but there's guitar tuning while you're in the middle of a song if you start missing too many notes. So there's little mini games that you're playing during the actual gameplay that you're playing besides just playing guitar. So it comes with a lot more, a great music set, and then some advanced hand tracking that has not been used on Oculus before. And I'll be honest, for the $24.99 price tag, that's just for the music you get, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, and I just have a feeling we have to talk to him and see if he's even willing to share anything with us yet. But I just have a feeling that they're going to have downloadable content, at some point here, right? I mean, they're going to have more songs. They're going to have stuff,
They must, right? Like song packs. They're going to do the Beat Saber type of microtransaction. It would only make sense.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not a wrong way to go. I mean, as long as they can put out good music, I mean, we don't want to see Skrillex pop up on.
Whoa! You don't want to see Skrillex? How come? What are you talking about, man?
You gotta stay away from Skrillex.
Yeah. Todd, put in Messenger. Put your email with me so I can send that over to you.
Oh yeah.
We don't mess around. We're not. When I say real time, we're doing it in real time. Can you send it to me in Messenger, will you, so I can just do it on my phone?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
there.
I'm just super excited about where this is going to go, and I'm super excited to have him on next week. I'm sorry, what was his? It's Marcus.
Marcus Henderson.
Marcus Henderson. I
mean, and the guy is a rocker himself. I mean, he was in some of the video footage you're showing, and the guy looks like he's straight out of a rock band.
Yeah, and Todd, that's why I'm sending you this game too, because I can't have you on the show and you haven't played the game yet, man. So so the four of us next week we'll chat with Marcus, and we'll get some info out of him, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to talk to him. And I also want to say, and this was at the Facebook Connect thing, but Unplugged was published by Vertigo Studios. I'd be willing to put my money on it that Vertigo Studios had a hand in getting some of these songs, some of these big name songs.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
and let's talk about that a little bit before we get into the nuts and bolts of what Facebook did or didn't do here hardware-wise. Let's talk about Vertigo. They announced, and this was big because they didn't talk about any other game.
They almost overshadowed it.
Exactly, because it was almost missed. I mean, because the way they kind of said it, but this was the only company that they really talked about here, besides their own IPs. They talked a little Beat Saber, which is very little. They showed a freaking sword. That was it.
Is that a sword flash?
Like what the? They had me wanting to say the F word about 100 times today. I had to stop myself.
I might have said it a couple times.
I know I did. I know I did say it once too, because my wife's like, you said the F word. But I like to say, I say freak a lot. I try not to swear. But yeah, and then they showed Pop 1 which looks awesome. I want to get it back into Pop 1. I was thinking about it today. I'm like, I might want to get into Pop 1 after the show tonight, because I do have my Quest 2 headset with me. Did you see some of the updates they showed there? They showed a new Hay Maze coming in November, which is awesome. People love that freaking Hay Maze.
That'll be next week.
And they showed
Yeah,
and they showed a winter scene too. So they're gonna have winter
That'll
snow event. Yeah. So I mean, Pop 1
completely missed that part.
Yeah, Pop 1 is.
Some of us were at a day job.
Yeah, right. Some of us actually had to work. Oh, you mean you weren't in Disney World hanging out in your hotel room?
I'm sorry. I couldn't be at Disney World today.
God, you should have an email.
I'm looking.
So what do they have coming to Pop 1? Because I missed that part.
Two new updates coming. Yep.
Yeah, the updates which is going to be the Hay Maze. You remember in a Population 1 over near that one section they had where the farmland is. They had the Hay Maze during not this past, not this year, but last year during the October, they had the Hay Maze there where it was just an amazing spot to be. If you got into that Hay Maze, there was some serious crap that would go down, and so they're going to bring that back, which is great.
Oh, nice.
I'm super excited for that. And then you're going to see like a winter event where they're going to have ice and snow and all that stuff. I'm sure they'll have weapons and skins, and
I'm sure there'll be Christmassy related stuff. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
What was it last year?
Avatars every month come out.
Yeah, it was last year too. They had you collecting the snowflakes, remember, for a while to get more gear and new guns and new skins.
And then they had the tower thing where you had to collect the red, whatever those were. I forget what it was, but the game's been out for such a long time, and it's getting so many updates constantly. It's they said something at Facebook Connect about that being the most popular game on the Quest right now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they did say that, which I was a little surprised about, to be honest. And I don't know if they're just tooting their own horn because they own the game now.
They could be, but
I mean, I can see it. I mean, it's
over Beat Saber.
That's a tough one too. I know.
You know,
tough one,
I mean,
here's the deal. Beat Saber freaking sucks, man. I don't know why anybody plays it. It's such a garbage game, dude.
Yeah.
Man, why do you guys keep like Beat Saber? I don't understand. It's garbage.
Don't they own Beat Saber too? So that doesn't.
They do.
Really
Yeah, they own Beat Games.
So,
they own. I mean, so yeah. So this was my point. To get wrapped back around to Vertigo, they only talked about 3 companies. They talked about those 2, which they own now, and then they talked about Vertigo Games having 5 games coming in the next year. 5 games. Now, it doesn't mean they're going to make every one of them, okay? Because the Vertigo Games publishes a lot. They do as much publishing or more than they do as they do developing. Just like Nick just said they did with Unplugged. So Vertigo.
Yeah, Unplugged was developed by Another Way.
Which another great developer.
Yeah, but Vertigo Games has only published Arizona Sunshine, Traffic Jams, and After the Fall. No, one more.
Olivia Herrera, you rock. Because she just said, yes, Beat Saber sucks. Thank you. Thank you. She's the best, Olivia. Awesome.
There's a small portion that might disagree with you on that.
Come on.
But then some of us aren't exactly Synth Rider fans either, so there's that.
Synth Riders is amazing. Synth Riders is best game ever. Seriously, Synth Riders beat the crap out of Beat Saber. It's not even a discussion.
Well, I do need to get into some of those newer DLCs that Synth Riders just recently came out with, because I had the same feelings about Pistol Whip.
That was Supernatural. That was Supernatural.
Yeah. They talked a little bit about some fitness stuff there with Supernatural.
Yeah, and a big shout out to my boys, Rezzle Player 22.
Yeah, Player 22.
Yeah, that was
a big
cool,
shout out to them. Yeah,
that was awesome. Yeah, I mean, Adam, I talked to Adam Dickinson the other day from Rezzle, and they have some super exciting stuff coming, man. I can't even say anything about some of the stuff they have yet, but it's going to be really good. Keep an eye out for Rezzle, man, because they have some. That game, Player 22 game, is just going to have more and more content coming to it.
Well, they're pumping out so much content so fast right after release. I mean, they went from headers and the basketball thing and all this stuff, and now they've got football. And I mean, you've seen Tech Manju's videos on TikTok with the football. It's just they're pumping out so much content so fast. That game's, and it's making national news. World news, I think, with all the
news,
international news with all the athletes that have been using it lately.
Yeah,
so very impressive stuff.
So Traveling Man 3775 says, don't think they want to hype things like Assassin's Creed or Splinter Cell, causing speculation for Christmas. Maybe San Andreas could be close for them to announce it before Christmas. It's possible we could see it soon. I mean, they didn't really say anything about when they were going to drop, but here's what I kind of took away from this today. What happened, because we didn't get any hardware info, they did say that there was going to be an Oculus event coming, not this year, but I think early next year. So I think it's
just said 2022. So
yeah, so I think very possibly we could see an Oculus event January, February, somewhere around there, that will announce games, many games for 2022, and then you could see hardware. So it's very possible they wanted to separate, because again, it's about separation again, right? This is a Facebook event that they want to separate Facebook from Oculus. They need to get the name Facebook away from Oculus. So I kind of understand where they said, okay, let's talk about what our goal is for Facebook to turn it into the meta and talk about the metaverse. And we'll talk about some of our things that we have going on, AR and things like that. But let's not talk about anything with headsets or new headsets until we're focusing on Facebook as the owner of Oculus. And now we're going to focus on Oculus alone as just a whole separate entity of portion of this company, this Meta company, right?
Well, Well, something that worries me about them as well, they didn't talk much VR. They talked a lot of metaverse. They talked a lot of separating themselves from Facebook. They talked about a lot of AR.
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to move in the VR direction, or are they kind of hitting a roadblock and moving in the AR direction and XR, I guess?
Well, I think it's always been their goal to get into AR, and they kind of go hand in hand because
I was going to
AR
say they kind of go both together, really.
they do.
They do,
Yeah,
but they focus on a lot of
virtual
glasses.
reality headset without the ability to have color pass through and some sort of AR ability would be silly.
Yeah, I mean, and I understand that, but they were focusing a whole lot on glasses, not so much headsets, and that's compacting all that down into glasses. That's an AR function, and I wonder, does that are they leaving VR behind to progress with AR along with their metaverse?
Two signs point me away from that. Number one, I believe they've probably sold over 10 million headsets already with the Quest 2. Okay, that's not a number to sneeze at. That's not a small number anymore. Remember, before we were like, okay, the VR market is so small that it's okay. It's easy to move away from if you wanted to because it's not big enough to matter. That's no longer the case now. VR is not mainstream yet, but it's getting a lot closer. And if you look at some of these numbers, they're not numbers to sneeze at any longer. And they pumped a lot of money into this and probably lost a lot of money with the Quest headsets to all of a sudden say now, well, we're not going to do any VR. We're going to move right into AR.
And they're putting so much money into Horizons, the Horizon Worlds, the Horizon Homes, the Horizons Workplace.
Right. And there's still many, many things that you cannot do with just a pair of glasses. You have to remember, when you're just wearing those glasses, there is no way that you can get rid of the outside world for you. So you are still in your world with a pair of glasses. You have to have a headset with some type of facial gasket to close off the outside world.
Yeah.
And then allow you to control us through. If you have glasses, there is no way you can control what you see. So to get into anything other than touching things in your environment and seeing things overlaid into your environment, which is basically what AR is,
playing a board game.
You have to get exactly. You have to get into a VR headset for that. So,
I think they probably won't leave it behind. They'll probably,
no.
but their focus isn't going to. This is what I took away from it, is that their focus is going to be in VR, but nowhere near as much as AR. I mean, they're putting a lot of money in, they're hiring a lot of employees, but they're just not going to give it as much effort as they're going to give AR. That's what I took away from them today.
Well, I think what we'll see more is we're going to see a VR focused event. So they're no longer saying that we're going to make VR just a part of Facebook Connect. Okay, it's not going to be like it's a second fiddle to Facebook Connect.
Right. They're saying we're going to have Facebook Connect. It's going to be an whole event all to itself.
Right, because you have to remember this event that we witnessed today used to be Oculus Connect. Yeah. It used to be just an Oculus event. It was a VR event, and then they morphed it into let's make it an all-encompassing Facebook event. And so now it's not just about VR. They made it into let's talk about Facebook as a state of the union. So then the Oculus kind of takes a step back, or VR takes a step back, because there's so much other things to talk about. But I like that they came out and said, look, we are going to have an event that's all VR. It's going to be an Oculus event. If you're saying Oculus event, that means to me it's going to be VR.
Yeah,
because the glasses, I don't think the glasses will be under the Oculus label. I don't.
Well, you don't think so?
I don't. I think Cambria will be, whatever Cambria ends up being. But I kind of have a feeling that the other thing they talked about, which is
Aria.
Well, I don't know if Project Aria and Nazare are the same thing right now, or Nazare. Is it Nazare?
Nazare, yeah.
Nazare. I don't know if those are the same things. They could be.
Facebook and their code names.
I know, right? I know. But it's very possible that could be under a different umbrella other than Oculus. And it could be.
I think they're going to be kind of coinciding though, right? Like you can organize an event with your AR glasses while you're at work and then go home and put on your headset and take part in that event.
I think that's part of the whole metaverse thing that he wants, for you to always have the virtual reality around
concert. You. Yeah, exactly. I could be at a venues concert with my AR glasses. I could be physically at the concert and look to my right and see you with your headset on, like they did in that little demo video. I think they're going to be pretty married together.
They could be. I mean, they could still be married together, but not be under the same Oculus brand. It could still be under, because again, remember, we're all under the same Meta umbrella now. Exactly.
It's a metaverse.
Yeah,
that's true.
Maybe they're portal glasses.
Oh my god!
Go get your portal AR glasses.
I've seen enough portal crap this year.
Oh my god, it was too funny when they were sticking the portal stuff in there. They just had to stick it in there. You know what I mean?
And every portal they looked at was a different version of the portal, right? Did you notice that?
Like how many versions of the portal can we stick in this thing today?
I'm glad I missed that part.
Yeah,
that was too funny. That was towards the end when I was ready to lose my mind, but
yeah.
But yeah,
waiting for that Quest 3 announcement.
So let me just finish up. I know we've kind of gotten off topic here, but let me just finish up with Vertigo Games because I think this was important to say. Again, Vertigo being, in conjunction, 5 games coming in conjunction with Oculus Studios. But they did say later that these games would not be Quest only. Now, they didn't elaborate whether that means PC VR and other platforms like Steam, or does that mean PC VR just in the Rift platform, or is it PC for PlayStation VR?
Yeah.
So they didn't elaborate on what that means, but it's not going to be, even though these are Oculus Studio collaborated games, it's not going to be just Quest games. So again, I don't know what that means, whether it's just going to be, Quest. It could be all Oculus platform and just be Rift also with PC VR, or it could be PlayStation. It could be everything. So it just doesn't say. Now, because they are doing after the fall. After the fall is everything. You know what I mean? They're going PlayStation. They're going Rift. They're going standalone all at the same time on December 9th.
Now, are they coming straight to PlayStation?
That's the plan.
The fall? Because I thought they were coming to every platform, but for some reason we're going to have a delay on PlayStation. I don't know if I heard that.
Yeah, as far as I know, their plan is to release simultaneously on every platform, and I believe to have it be all cross-play as well. So because multiplayer is the main meat and potatoes of this game. So you'll be doing multiplayer with people from PlayStation to standalone to PC VR. So
Vertigo's moving up in the world.
They are, and here was one of the big things. Now, Vertigo, they had mentioned in this thing Deep Silver. Now, Deep Silver is a publisher that is basically now in collaboration with Vertigo Games. Now, Deep Silver, I had to go look them up because I knew they were a publisher, but I forgot what games they make. You guys want to know what games Deep Silver makes?
Metro.
What you got?
Metro, Dead Island, and Saints Row. So we know that we are most likely going to get maybe more, but could be at least one of those games coming to VR by Vertigo. So Vertigo is going to be a major player. They could become the elite VR publisher / developer, across all platforms right now.
Yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. They also published I Expect You to Die too.
I think they did. Yeah, I think they did.
They published that one as well. So I mean, they're taking on a lot of the heavy hitters.
They got their hands in a lot of stuff for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's good for them.
So guys, let's talk about the huge elephant in the room. Let's talk about what we heard today.
Not my room.
It's like, what? I didn't mean you. Let's talk about what did we see that was just the hugest. What was your biggest announcement today?
Biggest one I heard?
Yeah.
San Andreas,
right? I mean, this was it.
San Andreas.
Yeah, right? I mean, people have our Facebook group has completely blown up, right? I mean, it's
this is
GTA.
Oh yeah, we went from RE4 to GTA.
Well, I mean, what do they expect when they toss out one big, huge name like this? I mean, and we're not just talking, some mediocre game or something. We're talking big name, Rockstar Games, GTA series. It's massive.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's gonna blow up the channels. It's gonna be what's gonna be talked about a lot. It's impressive.
Oh, dude, I played the crap
I can't
out of this
wait.
game,
Just
man.
watching this, I am so excited.
I played the crap out of this game, man. I remember I beat I beat the whole storyline, and I beat every side mission, every little thing you could go get. I did it. I did them all, man. Even like there was a side mission where you had to go steal like a BMX bike, and then you had to go up on this mountain and like complete this BMX track within so many minutes. I mean, it was like forever trying to do this thing, and I actually beat it. So I played the crap out of this game. I loved it.
Now let me ask you guys, because I thought about this earlier. Do you think that this is throwing a huge wrench in the program for what's that, Gang V, Gang 5, Gang V?
Oh hell yeah,
huge.
Yeah, I mean
the
only thing with the only thing with Gang V is they still have going for them is their multiplayer, right? They have like a BR battle royale kind of mixed into this open world thing. But I mean, I can see
where they fail is character building. You can't build upon yourself, weapons, money. You can't do anything. Every time you play the game, you start from scratch every time.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
And I love Raptor Labs, man, because they put out some cool stuff. But here's the deal with Raptor Labs: they never finish anything. They, again with this game, Gang V,
it seems like there's so much potential in this game, and they just left it.
They needed to sit on that game for another year, man, and just get it right, get it polished. But
I've talked with I've spoken with some of the different developers over at Raptor Lab, and they've told me they're less interested in polishing a game and more pushing the limits of VR and what it's capable of. And again, I haven't played Gang V. Todd, I know you have. Eric, I'm not sure if you have.
I have. I played it all the way up, and I played it early on too. I played it before it was.
As a PC VR game, does it really push the limits of VR? Does it test those limits?
I mean, originally when I was in the alpha for it, and the beta for it, it was. But I mean, we've all moved on now, pretty much. You know what I mean?
It's definitely not new tech. Yeah.
And
now we got.
It's just janky in there. It's just janky in there. You know what I mean? It's not a perfect. It's not a great experience. Number one, like when they launched it, I was in there in the beta, and they launched it. I'm like, no way they just launched that game, because I just freaking played it the other day, and it was
not ready.
Fest. There's no way they did it, and they did. They were just like one day, like, screw it, put it out there. We want to get money for it. We'll try and make as much money as we can on it. And they're probably already moving on to the next game, because this is what these guys do. Now, again, they've made some great games. Todd mentioned Standout. Standout's one of my all-time favorite games, man. It's a great VR game.
It's a great VR game. It's a
War Dust.
Yeah,
War Dust
is
another one. Yeah, 32 on 32. You're
I
not
played
getting
the shit out of War Dust. That was super fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's Battlefield
when it came out,
VR.
it's hardly changed at all.
Yeah, they don't do anything, man. They don't put any new maps in. It's like once they get a game like out to where they can sell it, they're like, okay, we're moving on. We're moving on to the next game.
But in regards to San Andreas, I personally still haven't jumped in there. I've got the game, Resident Evil 4. I have not yet to play it. I want to jump into it so bad. But I've seen plenty of footage on it, and the footage looks really nice. The game, from what I hear from everybody, it looks really nice. And if they could do something like that for RE4 to San Andreas, then we're looking at a pretty impressive game coming to the standalone.
Then
just a standalone.
GTA 5 in. They're not putting San Andreas in.
No, but I mean, we're not getting GTA 5 in the Quest. That would be insane.
Yeah, which I think could come. I think eventually could come. But you know what?
I think that's what the expectation is too. People hear Grand Theft Auto and they assume it's the latest version, but this is PlayStation 2. Like, this is old.
Yeah.
Right, but so was Resident Evil 4. I mean, what is that, PlayStation 2 as well?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
That's the point I'm getting at. That's an older game too, and I hear that it looks very clean, very well done. And if they could do that for San Andreas, I mean, on a standalone, if they can do that already, they should be able to do something pretty similar or impressive here too.
Yeah, I mean, this game came out in October of 2004, dude. I mean, this is an old game, man.
Nick, were you born in 2004?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Nick, how old were you in 2004, man?
I was just graduating high school in 2004.
Holy shit, dude. Oh my god.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh my god. So you want to make me feel old? I'm doing my intro. And what happens is now with the intro, I mute Todd, and I don't see them on the screen, but they can chat with each other. So I see in the chat what they're saying is, I think Eric's going bald. And Nick's going, yeah, I think so a little bit. So this is the freaking chat we have going on as I'm trying to do the intro. I'm reading it as I'm talking to you guys. That's why I was losing my shit. Nick's telling me that he's just. Oh my God, I'm playing this game, and he's just graduating high school for San Andreas, man. I'm sorry.
If we're not messing with you, Eric, it's not going to be a good show.
That's right.
Man.
I was trying to throw you off at the beginning.
Hey, do you think Eric's going bald? I'm like, what? I am not going bald, man. What are you talking about?
Join the hat club, man. Join the hat club.
That's right. The only reason I got a hat on is because my head's too shiny.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get Todd makeup before he goes on.
Right.
Mrs. Jackson will have to come down and get powder you up before you come on. Yeah. But I mean, this is just it's another amazing, announcement. I mean, RE4 people are losing their shit. It's an amazing game. I love this game. I cannot wait to. I want to go back in tonight. I'm like torn. Like I either want to go play Pop 1 or I want to go play RE4. That's all I want to do.
I'm so jealous. I've had RE4 sitting on my Quest since launch day, and I still have not even opened the app.
You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to go play this game at least for even a little while, just to go. Holy crap! I mean, did you earlier?
Oh yeah, I played RE4 when it first came out, and I played several iterations of it on the different consoles.
It is so true. It's so true to the game, the original game. It gives you such nostalgic vibes. It just feels
the third person thing doesn't drive you nuts.
I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I know people were flipping out about like the cutscenes and shit.
Flipping about it. Yeah,
and just remember, and you can turn the cutscenes off too. Not turn them off, but there's a setting in there where you can change it so you're not going to have so many cutscenes.
I heard that you can't. You cannot turn the kicking off as far as third person. I've heard that is something that just can't be turned off when he does the roundhouse.
Yeah, so basically they do a roundhouse kicking to get it to get it to the point where I think you have to get where people wouldn't get sick in there. If you have a person and you spin your body around like a roundhouse kick, you're going to get people sick. So the only way they can do it is to do a cutscene where they pull you out of the body.
Well,
now, does it break your immersion? It does a little bit. I mean, but it's not terrible. And it gets. I don't care.
I have not played it yet, but what I have played is VR Kung Fu, Dragon Fist VR Kung Fu. Yeah. And that game does have kicking in it. It's not a roundhouse kick; it's a regular kick, and they don't break immersion when I play it. I don't know, Eric. I think you may have tried it.
Your head doesn't flip around. I think
does
that's
not.
The
no.
Thing, right?
Yeah.
I think that's why they do this because of the head. You'd be thrown up because you'd see the farmhouse past your head.
Yeah, right. All of a sudden you'd be spinning in VR. I guess they're trying to bring new people into VR with this. You know what I mean? This is a headset seller for them. This is RE4 in VR. It brings people into headsets. Why do you think that?
So
why do you think
GTA.
that last week we went from normally having 1,200 to 1,500 people join our group to having over 2,600 people join our group in 1 week.
I saw that. I was getting a little
because of Resident Evil 4. You can't have new people in the VR spinning around and puking their things out, your guts out, because you defeat your purpose. They're going to turn it off. You know what I mean? So I understand why they do it. Plus, they want to keep the roundhouse kick in there because that's what was in there for the original. So they're trying to stay true to the original. And they got to pull you out of it a little bit for immersion, but trust me, it's no big deal. The rest of the game is so good that you're not going to care.
Now let me ask you guys: GTA San Andreas, it wasn't exactly a PG game.
No.
Do you guys think they're going to make? Do you guys think they're going to make changes to it? Somewhat like I don't really even know the changes they did in RE4, but you think they're going to have to make changes to it?
That's a good question.
That's a really good question.
I don't think Rockstar is going to bend.
I mean, they never have.
A lot of the inappropriate stuff of this game is needed because of the quest lines and the things and the adventures you have to go do.
Right.
You might as well just board up the stripper joints.
Yeah,
not have them at all. Right?
Yeah, but there's like sections in there where you have to go like some of the things you have to go dance with a stripper. I mean,
exactly. That's what I mean. Like they can't take a little bit of it out. You got to take it all out. Which then it's going to kind of ruin. Then what? You're going to not let us go rob a convenience store too? Because that's
right.
I mean, it's Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, you would
fundamentally of this game. Yeah,
you would fundamentally change the what the game is if you do something like that. So I don't think where Resident Evil, they
was
kept
a little more inappropriate, and it wasn't needed for the storyline with Resident Evil.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
It was a shock value back in 2004 when you saw that kind of thing in a video game.
Right,
but it had nothing to do with the story.
Really. Right, they're little quips and stuff like that, from what I understand. Again, I haven't played it yet, so.
Do you You remember in this game in GTA 5? Remember you could go. You had to like to keep your stamina up. You had to go eat like hamburgers and shit. But then if you ate too many hamburgers, you'd get fat.
You'd throw up.
You'd get fat.
You'd get fat, and all of a sudden you couldn't run anymore. You had to go to the gym and work out. I mean, this game was crazy, man. You had to go to the gym and work out so you could get your body back, so you could start running again.
So let me ask you this. San Andreas is obviously not as big as GTA 5, but it's a pretty big game. They're talking Medal of Honor taking 40, 50 gigs. What do you think that San Andreas is going to have?
It won't be on Quest 1, I can tell you that.
I mean, it's going to have to be massive. It's a huge world.
The world's big, but I think its low-quality graphics are going to aid in the small file size.
That depends if they decide to go with the low quality. Again,
because
RE4 bumped it up.
I don't know who was saying. Chris Lebrecki said, keep in mind they're remastering GTA San Andreas, so the Quest 2 version could be the remake version. So the graphics I'm showing you here are the original graphics in this trailer. So the remastered version was higher fidelity, so it's very possible they're pulling that one in, which I would assume.
But, I mean, do you think that's gonna make it Medal of Honor size 40, 50 gigs?
No. Medal of Honor is an albatross. We are not going to see a game like Medal of Honor very often. I mean, literally Medal of Honor takes up the entire 4 almost. I mean, you have that game. If you put Medal of Honor on your 64 gig, you have that and maybe like
Netflix
BOGO. Right? Or or First Steps. You got First Steps and Medal of Honor, and that's it on your 64. So no,
that's why Facebook veered away from that 64.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, this was just huge. I mean, people are freaking out about it. It's every post. I already have people messaging me about the group, like, can you control the posts about GTA? Guys, they just announced it. Let people have it. Why do you? People are so mad. Man.
Well, I mean, they did the same thing with RE4. That's what we always talked about.
Yeah. Oh my God, I get all these complaints. Like, can we can we start muting these people? I'm like, really? We're gonna mute people because they're excited about RE4?
It's a Quest 2 community, so whatever the hype is, whatever just released, people have been waiting all year for RE4, and then they get RE4, and a week later, they hear they're getting GTA. So I mean, let the hype run, let people enjoy it. It's a Quest 2 community.
Hell yeah. Yeah. So the other big one was After the Fall got a date today, guys. This was not really part of Connect, but After the Fall got a date.
There was another big
December
one.
9th? December 9th?
December 4th, I think.
December 9th.
December 9th my notes.
After the Fall, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, December 9th was After the Fall. The one you're thinking
there was another one.
Blades and Sorcery might be coming.
Blades and Sorcery, that one is coming out next week. Next Thursday. And it's not called Blades and Sorcery. This one is going to be called Blades and Sorcery Nomad, which is a take on Blades and Sorcery, but it's a vast majority of the game. And I have never played Blades and Sorcery, but I have seen a lot of footage on it.
I mean, there's so much stuff you can do in Blades and Sorcery on the PC side. Now, this is not going to be the PC side.
No, they're saying they're going to be able to mod the Quest version just like you can the PC version.
Through how though? Through like side quest?
You must be able to side load them.
So
somehow.
the way that they're talking about doing it is you will be able to mod it the exact same way as the PC version, only it will be a different file. So you'll upload it through SideQuest, download the APK or however it is that you mod it.
So you'll have to pull an APK in through. That's the only, because I was going to say that's the only way you can change something. You'll have to do it like you did a mod for like Doom 3.
But they're going to now.
3 came out, you had to mod the APK.
But they are saying they're going to have different mods for PC versus Quest. So you can't use the same mod that gives you lightsabers on PC for your Quest version. You'll have to actually use the Quest modded version of it. So, I'm not familiar with all the modding type systems. I use Shadow PC, guys. I don't even have a computer.
So you're not going to mod. Yeah. I mean, this is another big announcement because everybody always said there's no way they're pulling Blade and Sorcery onto the Quest. With that physics engine, there's no way they can do it. And this is again. I mean, I haven't heard, but this cannot be a Quest 1 game, right? Is it Quest 2 only?
I don't know. This was really random.
You said it has a store page now, right, Nick?
Yeah, it's on the store. As soon as the Facebook Connect was over.
Can you go in there real quick and look and see if it has a Quest 1 page?
Yeah, let me.
Because that's a question for me. Are they getting this game on the Quest 1? Because that's crazy.
On Blade and Sorcery?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's on my
so yeah, November 4th is when it's coming.
It doesn't say.
It does not say Quest 2 only. Oculus Quest Touch controllers.
Doesn't tell you which platform, I mean, other than it's coming to the Quest 2.
Yeah. So I think if it doesn't say it, like look at RE4. What does RE4 say? Does it say Quest 2 only? Because that'll tell you if it's how that looks. But
no, I mean, like after the fall comes up, they come up for different platforms.
Resident Evil says Quest 2 platform.
Okay.
Yeah, Sorcery doesn't say that.
Doesn't say. Okay, so it sounds like it's very possible. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's still amazing, right? I mean, just what bringing this game to the
Quest says that Q1 can run RE4. How are you getting RE4 to run on a Quest 1?
It can, yeah. Somebody came out and did a mod for it, yeah, where you have to go in and change some things, but you can do it. Basically, gotcha. They're saying that it was basically you can't run it, and they did it purposely to make you not want to buy it on the Quest 1 because they don't want to have that platform anymore.
Yeah, and they don't want to have people bitching and complaining that it's slow or laggy or
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of different.
It's an underhanded way to do it, though, right? I mean, if you're a Quest 1 owner, you're pissed off. You got to be pissed off at this. Another way that Facebook just does the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Instead of just saying, "Look, we don't want to run this game on the Quest 1 because for whatever reason, because we need to move on, and we don't know how the experience is going to be." What they do is they say, "Oh, it can't run, guys. Sorry, we would love to, but it can't do it." And then it comes out, and you get somebody out there who goes, "Why? What are you talking about? You can do it. All you got to do is this, this, and this, and it runs fine." And now Facebook looks like a bunch of jerks who just decided to screw everybody instead of doing the right thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, Facebook's all like, look at those Facebook guys. We're called Meta. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it wasn't us. We're Meta, man.
We didn't do this.
Blame the old company.
This is going to be a fantastic year, Meta. I know. This is going to be great, man. Oh, my God. So yeah, I mean, Blades and Sorcery, I'm super excited. I can tell you, I have not been a big fan of this game because it's a boring game to me. Once you get in there and you go, oh wow, this is amazing, this is really cool. There's no game here to me. I know I'm not a sandbox guy. They bore me quickly.
Yeah.
Now they just recently on their PC version, and I believe this is coming to the Quest version. I was telling y'all earlier, they got dungeons in their recent update, update 10, I think it's called, and they added dungeons to it. So again, I haven't played the game at all, so I don't even know what they got. What's going on?
And the backstory now too. So there's a story involved. There is going to be progression. There's going to be there's going to be some meat to the game now, because before, again, sandbox, you can go in there, you can throw people modded up, so you can use lightsabers and stuff, and which is all cool.
No point to it.
Again, it's boring for me. It bores me after the first 20 minutes. You know what I mean? So but they keep working on this game, man. They're not done with it. They keep messing with it. They're going to bring it to the Quest, which is crazy, and people are going to go nuts for it. Yeah.
Now people also need to, I mean, again, I understand people are going to go nuts for it. I'm excited for it, and I've never played it, but you also have to understand that the Quest has to optimize every game at a lower spec than PC does. So these games coming out of PC, you're not going to get the exact same game on the Quest. I mean, we saw that with Ionia. Ionia was a bad example, but we saw that with Tarzan. We saw that with with a couple of games. So they do have to downsize when they're re-optimizing it for the Quest, and you're going to see some graphic fidelity loss.
Even something simple like Township Tale.
Yeah,
even Township Tale. The Quest is totally different experience.
Yeah, so
I mean,
a little bit of that down.
Yeah, when you look at Saints and Sinners, if you look at between Saints and Sinners, Walking Dead Saints and Sinners on PC compared to the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners on Quest, now the gameplay is all there. It's 1-to-1 gameplay. Gameplay is 100% there from one to the other. Do you guys hear the fireworks going off in the background here? It's the Epcot fireworks going off, but all I hear is boom, boom, boom. But yeah, the gameplay is 1-to-1. The only thing that you don't have is the graphics are a little bit less. Not everything is perfectly clear. You're going to get some jagged edges, and not all the assets are there. So on the PC version, if you're looking down the street, maybe there's 6 cars. On the Quest version, maybe there's 3 cars. Okay, or maybe you go into a kitchen and the PC version door or every cabinet on the kitchen has a door, and in the Quest version, 3 out of 4 cabinets don't have doors because they just to keep the graphics as high as possible. They start taking assets out. They'll take
the
out
bushes were missing and the trees had less leaves.
You'll see
and
changes here and there, but the
core gameplay. And that's what you want.
But you have to emphasize also too that according to them, to the developers of this game, this is a standoff game from Blades and Sorcery. It's called Nomad, so it is not the same game. They have all the same mechanics and 95% of the game, but this is not the same game. And they're probably not just talking about graphic visuals. They're probably talking about story maybe, or again, I don't know if the one on PC is just a sandbox mode. Are they going to be bringing a story into the this is called Nomad. This is not Blades and Sorcery.
Right. Which is it's notable to know that, because you're not, it's just like Project 4 with Boneworks. Okay, you're not bringing Boneworks to the Quest. Okay, that's not possible. But what the developers are going to do, they're going to bring Project 4 to the Quest, which is going to be a dumbed down version most likely of
Boneworks.
Boneworks. Right?
And that's what they're doing here with Blades and Sorcery. And that's not to say that it's going to be lesser of a game than the PCR version. It's not. It's going to be exciting, very, very fun to play. I'm waiting to play it. I'm probably going to buy this one as soon as it releases, to be honest.
Yeah.
I got to stop buying games. That's just killing my pocketbook.
How many games you got on there?
Last I checked, I was at 171.
Yeah, how many games do you have to zip off of there now?
A lot. I'm like, I think, because I got video files on mine too, so I think I'm down to about 100 games installed at the moment on mine, with 171 games in my library, and that's just my Quest library.
How about you, Todd?
I'm at about 163 games, but I only have about 54, 55 loaded.
Oh wow, you keep a lot of space left on yours.
I do, yeah. And Steam games, so I've got probably 50 Steam games, maybe more. But I've been playing PC VR and Steam for a long time with the Acer Windows. I have the Windows mixed reality headset as well from years ago. So
you guys are probably far ahead of me in Steam games. I think I've got 7 or 8.
Tons of them.
Yeah, I've got a million. I need to zip some stuff off. I'm getting very very limited on space. I've gotten rid of, I had stupid demos on there. I was like, why do I have a demo on there? So I went in and just cleared some space, but I have
a bunch of App Lab games. That one App Lab game I played last week. Oh my god, what a disappointment!
What was that one? Monster something?
Yeah, oh my god, it was bad.
Is it new to App Labs? I never even checked it out.
Let me see if I can find it.
So while he's looking at that, you guys want to give away a game? We're about an hour in, right? Let's give away a game. Yeah. We got like 20 people in here. Let's who wants to win a game, man? Let's give away a copy of Top Golf with Pro Putt. What do you think?
That sounds like a pretty good game. And they've got some news. Their full golf course, I think, is either coming soon or just about to release. It's almost there.
Hell yeah. I mean, if you want Top Golf with Pro Putt is awesome, because you got mini golf, you've got Top Golf, which is like target golf, so like you're going to a driving range, which is awesome. That's cool. Then they have little mini chip and putt games where you can go in and do what's that game with the sandbags, and you're throwing them into the, what do they call it?
Are you talking cornhole?
Cornhole, yeah. They have cornhole with a pitching wedge, so you can basically play cornhole against somebody else with a pitching wedge.
I haven't seen that yet. That's funny.
Yeah, they have little mini games with pitching putts, so
that's cool.
I think we're just going to throw a code out there, guys. What do you think? I'm just going to throw a code onto the screen and see what happens.
Yeah. That sounds like a pretty good idea.
Is how you win.
So I'm thinking that most of the
shitty game I played was called Monster Junction.
Monster Junction. So
it gets 4.3 out of 5. So I thought, let's try this.
So who do you think was giving this thing a 4.3 out of 5?
I have no.
That's the funny question.
The developers.
Right.
I've not heard of that one yet, so
what a dumb
I'll have
game.
to check that. Now, hey, I got a question here for you, Eric. If you throw that key out in chat, are our friends, anybody watching on YouTube, going to see it? Or
yes,
they'll see it
pop up everywhere.
Pop up everywhere. And so guys, to claim these keys, this is a developer key. So what you have to do is you have to go into your mobile app, click on your little icon that's up in the top left-hand corner, the icon, and it'll drop down a menu, and you're going to click on Settings. Click on Settings, and then you're going to look at it's going to drop down another menu, and you're going to see redeem code. Click on code, and that's where you're going to have to put this code, okay?
And you won't be able to copy and paste it because it's inside the video, so you're going to have to type it in.
You're going to have to type it in. You're going to have to be quick. Everybody's
going to have to work for it.
You guys know nobody's going to win this key. We're going to be like, 5 minutes into this to be like, so who's got the key? Like, nobody.
Stop typing.
Dude, we're not messing around with time zones anymore, or what's the name of the Raven?
Bullshit trivia questions.
Putting keys out there. Now, here's the thing: I typed that key in just now. What is the odds that I typed that key in?
So it's probably wrong.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised you didn't write it down and hold it up to your screen there.
I know, right?
On a piece of paper.
I know. I should have done that on a piece of paper. I'm looking right now. I got the first four W6, W6, M6, 9FT, 99, PAF, WG. We got it right. So yeah, good luck, guys. Whoever gets a chance to win a Top Golf with Pro Putt, and soon, man, 18 holes of golf. I cannot wait. We will be getting in there with Jason Ward's golf stock, and we're going to play that game for sure.
Lebrecki got it.
Nice. Chris, congratulations, man. Congratulations, man. Chris, hit us up, man. When they go 18 holes, hit us up. We'll all get in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
So guys, there's something that we have kind of glossed over today. It was announced a little bit this morning, and no one's really talked about it, and that's Project Terminus.
What? Project who?
Project what?
Project Terminus VR has come to the Quest store today. I believe it's been in Steam out for a little while, or for I think close to a year. I've seen some trailers from some other people playing the game, and they date back to almost a year ago. But it just came out today on the Quest 2, and it's a co-op horror survival game. And you guys haven't jumped into it yet, right?
No, not yet.
I have not. But we're going to try and do it this Saturday, right? Between all four of us, between Key, our other moderator, Key Bennett, and Nick, and myself and Todd. We're going to try and jump in there Saturday if my wife lets me. I'll still be in Disney, but I'll if she lets me in there.
Playing a co-op horror survival at Disneyland.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah. Well, hopefully we can get in and do that. I'd be super excited to do that. I saw some other content creators get in there and do it, and they kind of crapped all over it. So I'd like to see what our thoughts really are.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Some of them did, but it's not crapped
cool.
on. It's released a little bit early. I think there's some bugs and patches, but every game's got bugs and fixes that it needs to have put into it.
Out for a year.
That's a fair point. Well, it is just coming to the Quest today too, though.
It is.
Again,
optimization. It's a different game on the Quest, right? And that's why you have to think about it. That's why you have to look at these things and
it's not a bad game.
I will say this: the content creators I'm talking about that did it, I trust completely with everything they say.
Oh, I do too.
They don't crap on games unless they think it's not a great game. So
they give you an honest opinion. A lot of the content creators do, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion. I've played it. I'm looking forward to the co-op. I can't judge that part of it yet until I played it. What I've seen on video was co-op. What I played is solo, and in solo, it runs pretty good. I've got a video out on it on my channel. It does run really smooth. The controls are very smooth. The backpack moves very smooth. The avatars could use some work. But the rest of the game runs fairly smooth. It's got puzzles in it to try and figure out. It's dark. It's very dark. You're going to need a flashlight. You're going to need a torch. You're going to need something because you're going to be running through the dark a lot. But it's not terrible. It's a good game. It's a co-op game. I mean, there's not a lot of co-op zombie games out there right now. A lot of people have been
looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
I played one the other day with Roots and Wes last week. It was a PC VR game called Survive, and that was
it good?
Yeah, you know what? It's got a lot of potential, but it's janky as hell, man.
That red screen. When I saw that red screen and I could not see what you guys were doing at all.
It's a streamer's nightmare because Roots was streaming it to YouTube for Virtual Strangers with the three of us in there. And what happens is when you get hurt, your screen starts to red out, so you can't see anything. Well, the problem is you can't see anything, and now the people watching you can't see anything. And what happens is you're just at a point where I just want to die. Let me die so I can get revived because I can't see shit. I can't find anything. I can't see enemies
There's
coming
no
at
healing.
me. Yeah, well, there's healing,
man.
but you're very limited, so you can't find them. And you know what I mean? So it's just
and
not easy.
that's one of the things I'm getting at is there's not a lot of co-op games out there, especially in the horror survival type, games. So to have something like this come out that people have been wanting something like this for, it's a good change of pace. Something we've been looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you guys want to take a look at it, I just put the link to Nick's YouTube page down in the bottom screen there. Go check it out, ResolVR, RESLLVR in YouTube, and he's got a lot of cool playthroughs there. So you can go catch some really cool stuff there.
Well, I can't click on my own links.
No,
sorry, they don't click. That's why I made tiny URLs so you can type it in.
Exactly. Yeah, quick type in URL. So yeah, guys, we're going to give another. I'm going to give another game away. I know, Kevin said that he didn't see the code. The codes are not going to be in chat, guys. They're going to be on the screen from now on. So they'll be on the bottom of our screen. What you're looking at the screen, that's where the codes are going to be popping up. So you'll have another chance. We're going to give something else away. I don't know what game. I haven't decided what game I'm going to give away yet. But I'm also going to give a hoodie away at the end of the stream. We'll give another game away probably about another half hour or so, and then I'll give a hoodie away right after that. So
absolutely, we appreciate everybody coming to these things too. That's why we do these. That's why we do these giveaways. Because you guys support us, so we want to give back to you. I mean, it's a symbiotic relationship that we have.
Oh, he pulled out a symbiote on there. That's nice. I love it, man. Pull out the symbiote. Yeah, for sure. But so there was the big games. Let's talk about. Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
Techno glitch popped over to YouTube. He's like, I'm on YouTube now. Fuck Facebook.
Well, it's not Facebook anymore. Now it's Meta.
Don't mess with Facebook. Nobody wants Facebook. We're Meta now, bro. This is the Q2C Meta group. Did you see all the Meta groups popping up all of a sudden now? All the
Facebook groups. Oh my god!
I have like 20 invitations to go join Meta groups now. I'm like, come on, guys. I can't do it. I can't do it.
No, I can't do it. No.
Too funny. Yeah, I mean, I'm already a part of 400 million Facebook groups, and I can't be a part of Meta groups now too. It's too funny.
That's good stuff. Good stuff. Well, Facebook's trying to change everything. They've got a vision, and they're pushing this vision, and it's not a bad vision. It's an interesting vision, but they're pushing it, and technically we're shills for them. So.
Not me, bro. Not me. I'm shill for nobody.
Shill for nobody.
Shill for nobody. Shit, man. So let's talk a little bit about Cambria, because we kind of mentioned it really quick, but we didn't really talk about what it is. And they did. Mark Zuckerberg did put the name out there. He was very open about, hey, we have a headset coming. It's called Cambria. Is this going to be a Quest Pro? That's what everybody's assuming. This is the Quest Pro. This Project Cambria is what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Now, he did mention a couple of things that I don't think he said definitely, but I think they talked about facial and eye tracking, right? So,
they did.
Project Cambria will have facial and eye tracking. I think he said body tracking too, right?
He did, yep.
He did bring body tracking, but I think they're talking controllers with that when they talk body tracking.
I don't know, because I listened. Did you guys listen to Carmack after this?
I did not. I missed Carmack.
So I watched a little bit of it, and John Carmack is an amazing, interesting dude. He's not the easiest person to listen to, just because
monotone.
He has there's so much stuff in this guy's brain that a lot of times he just pukes out a whole bunch of information. So you're having to basically decipher what he says, and sometimes you have to re-listen to it 2 or 3 times to figure out what the heck is he's talking about. But somebody did ask him about body tracking, and he was talking about using the cameras that are currently in the headset, and then possibly the cameras that will be on the controllers, and using some type of extrapolation where they basically try to figure out where your body will be based on the information that they can gain from those sensors. So it may not always be 1-to-1 It's just like with the hand tracking, right? With the current hand tracking now, if you put your hand over your head, they basically try and use an extrapolation method to figure out where your controller would be. That's how they kind of got away from that. The same thing with the occlusion issue. They tried to figure out what, if we can't see that controller anymore, what do we do to stop drift? Well, they basically made an extrapolation system where they basically just try and judge where they think your controller will be until the sensor is seen again. So it's, and this is what he was talking about. So I'm kind of thinking it could be a camera system with the new controllers, which they did not mention, but they did show one of those pictures that they showed of the Cambria headset did show a little quick hit of the controllers, and they were the controllers that everybody's been seeing, which is the ones without the halo.
Yeah.
Right.
And again, that's why I was so shocked about not having a headset reveal, man. They put so much out there in the last week, showing these controllers and showing the headset and all this stuff that was leaked. To not have something drop today just boggles my mind, right?
I mean, again, I wasn't expecting it. I figured they would do something, but later on down the road, and to see the hype and then watch Facebook go, we got y'all.
Oh, dude, they were so trolling people with the case, right? I mean, they brought, like, why bring the case in? If you're
and
not
never open it up
and hand it off, right, from one person to the next.
Why is he walking over to the door, open the door? She comes in with this huge case, this freaking military-looking case.
Didn't he even ask her? He's like, "Did you bring it?" And she's like, "Yeah, I brought it."
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I'm sitting there figuring there's got to be showing what's in this case. You know what I mean? And in the beginning, me and Todd are both like, "Are they going to bring out glasses here any minute?" Because they're showing these glasses like it's fact, like it's here now. And then all of a sudden they get to the end, they're like, "Oh yeah, coming in 3 or 5 years from now." What crap? 5 years? They were talking about
decades away.
5 years. I mean, Mark, come on, man. You got to help us out here a little bit.
But hey, this was Facebook. This was not Meta.
You're right.
Meta was announced afterwards.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think I just decided, guys, I'm going to give away a Warplanes key because I love
Warplanes sounds good.
I'm like, man, I love Warplanes. Hell yeah.
That's
and I'll give everybody a tease for next week. There's a next Thursday in our live chat. There's a huge update coming next Wednesday for In Death Unchained. They're adding a whole new level. They're adding new enemies. They're adding new heroes. They're adding some new challenges. They're adding stuff that you can collect inside the game now. So you're gonna have collectibles in these maps.
This is a whole new season, isn't it? Because I think we're on season 3. Season 3 now.
Yeah, so. Season 3. But I mean, they've never. I think this is the first time they've actually had a DLC where you have a whole new level. So you're gonna have a whole new dungeon and everything, and with new enemies and new some new arrows and new collectibles that you can go after. Some new story elements. So it looks super good. Again, all free DLC going to be dropping next Wednesday, and we're gonna have some keys to give away next Thursday. I'll give you guys a hint. We're going to have some keys to give away on Virtual Strangers on Wednesday, and we are going to have some keys to give away on Thursday here for us. And we're going to have something in the group too. We're going to have some keys to give away.
We'll do a review post.
Yeah, and that post in the Facebook group as well. So yeah, Super Bright killing it again, man. They just keep coming with these amazing games. So. Yeah,
and you said you were just telling someone about who was complaining they just don't come out with any good games.
Dude, that guy got me so mad. Dude, I'm literally typing in. I'm like, we were at Universal Studios, and my wife's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I gotta text this guy. He's driving me nuts." I had to sit there and type in every game that's out here. I'm like, Ven VR Adventure. I'm like, Yuki. Yeah, Yuki.
Yeah, Yuki.
Yuki. So yeah, I mean, it was just please don't tell me this stuff, guys. Drive me nuts. So yeah, let's give away a warplane key in a little bit. We'll give another key away in a little bit. So yeah, let's talk about. We talked about Cambria. They said body tracking, pancake lenses. Did you hear that, Todd?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Pancake lenses and color pass through.
Yeah, and we just heard pancake lenses recently. Because that was one of the specs of the Vive Flow was pancake lenses, and that's how they kept the weight down in the Vive Flow, and that thing is like 198 grams compared to the 550 grams that the Quest 2 is. So, and one of the ways they did that was these pancake lenses, because the Fresnel lenses that most headsets use are extremely heavy. They're thick, they're heavy.
Right.
And by doing the pancake lenses, two things: you get rid of God rays almost completely. There's no God rays at all, and then with stacking those lenses, you get a little bit better blacks, because that's one of the things that we kind of complain about with the Quest 2 is the blacks are not as black as they should be, right?
Yeah,
and you can use the micro LED or the micro OLED screens, can you not?
Yeah. Now they didn't say that.
They
that
didn't
was
say
one
it, but
yeah. I'm hoping, and because the way they said the next thing, which is higher end of the price range. They had to put that in there.
They did mention that.
Yeah.
I was like the first thing they said.
To me, if you're going high end of the price range, you have to be going micro
OLED,
OLED screens, because that's and I think that's what PlayStation VR is going to also, right? Am I right with that?
Yeah, you are. And there's rumors that the PlayStation VR lenses and the Quest 2, Quest Pro, whatever it's going to be called, lenses are actually being made in the same place.
Yeah, we heard that not too long ago, right? That's so crazy, right?
But the other thing that you mentioned was the color pass-through, and to me, this is a much bigger deal than the lenses, because this opens up a whole new world to developers. You can create all kinds of games if you now have color pass-through. They've already started making some games. What was it, a Cactus VR game or something that they have for pass-through? Yeah, so I mean, that's pretty big news right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and one of the other big things, which was kind of hidden with this, that Carmack talked about this afternoon, was the Go platform being unlocked and basically being allowed to be altered and changed by people. And when they unlock these headsets, it basically allows developers to go in and do all kinds of shit. They can do anything. So I think they are going to start. You'll see them start to use the Go as a platform to start to develop some of this AR stuff.
Yeah, we might start seeing. I mean, it's interesting to see the direction the games might start leading in, because developers are going to follow the money. The money could be in AR, could be in VR, could be in VR with pass through. So and that's where the developers are going to go, is where the money is at, and they should be, which is good for us. We get more cool shit.
Yeah, and that's the next thing too, as we talked about. So pass through leads you to AR, right? And they did show a lot of AR, man, and they showed. I mean, me and Todd were talking about it as we were going, and Nick, when you were there too. Everybody had glasses on in the beginning. Everything they did, there was no headsets. Everything they did was out of glasses. The only time they didn't show the glasses is when it was a digital avatar already in somebody's world, a real world.
Right.
So, so that person you assumed was probably somewhere else in a headset.
On a headset, right.
Exactly. And, but everybody that was in real world, that you saw a real person, a real body, they were wearing glasses, not headsets. They were wearing glasses.
How much of all that hype up 10-minute video was,
bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like that rock concert where those two girls, one was in AR standing beside her and the other girl was actually there. Like, that is freaking awesome.
But how far away is that? They both reached out and grabbed something too. Remember, they grabbed
to an after party.
Yeah, right? And they pulled it towards them.
Then she got to go. She went home, put her headset on, and then joined the after party.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. How much you guys want to bet that big box they walked in there with was a pair of glasses?
No, that big box just had $100 bills in it. Millions and millions of $100 bills.
That's that 150 million they talked about.
That's what it was. Yeah. Zuckerberg doesn't let that out of his sight.
Well, no, you know what? That was the payoff. That was the bet payoff that he said, "I bet you I'll change the name of the company." And people are like, "No way, you'll never change Facebook." He's like, "Yeah, how freaking do it? I'll bet you 100 million I'll change it to Meta." And you're like, "No way, you'll never do that." Boom! Drop the big one. Meta.
Yeah, but yeah, AR did seem to be the focal point of what they were talking about. Aside from moving away from Facebook today,
which is cool for me. I think Todd too. I think I'm super stoked for any kind of technology, and AR is going to be amazing when it does come and when it is ready, and I'm super excited for it. I mean, again, I'm more VR orientated, but I mean, I'll be all over AR glasses. I mean. The things they can do with them
in a heartbeat, yeah.
Besides gaming, but I mean, just for us and
real
doing
world stuff.
Think about if we can go in and do editing and video editing and things that we can do where we can actually grab things instead of having to grab it, move it.
Thinking about you where you are now, you could walk around Disneyland with AR glasses on and see things that nobody else besides you can see.
Right, right. You saw that one?
Mind.
Yeah, you saw that one thing where somebody went out into the they were talking to somebody on a video, and they were out in the real world with AR glasses on, and they saw in 3D something like an image
3D
pop
art.
off the wall. Yeah, I mean,
it was a scavenger hunt from an artist for 3D art.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, and then something like that. I mean, look at
cool.
VR Trend magazine. They're going to be dropping their big issue soon, the physical issue. And pretty much they're going to be almost completely every link, or there's going to be things in that magazine that are going to be just AR, where you're going to be able to put your headset on and go to pass through, and you're going to be able to see these things come out. Have URLs pop out at you, and
you're going to do that
with your phone. With a pair of prescription glasses where I don't have to even put them on. I just have them on all the time. Will be.
Well, Eric, you're going to have to go ahead and buy these AR glasses now so that me and Todd and Kai can all go to Disney World with you.
Yeah.
Perfect. It would probably be cheaper. It would probably be cheaper for me to just fly you guys in. To go buy these glasses. I'll just fly you guys in. We'll hang out at Disney.
Okay, you guys heard it here. He's flying me and Nick to Disneyland.
Yeah, you heard it.
Hey, that's what we should do. We should do a Q2C meet and greet at Disney World in the spring.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Todd said he's paying for everybody to come.
Well, come to my house in Roatan.
Let's do that. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm in.
Costs way less.
Oh, guys, that's too funny. So yeah, Project Nazare AR glasses. I'm excited. Do you think we'll hear something soon, or do you think this is?
I don't think we're going to hear anything till after Christmas now.
I'm thinking March is probably the soonest we're going to start hearing some big stuff. Yeah. Maybe Quest 2, maybe this Nazareth stuff. Because I mean, what was it? The last Facebook, which I don't think it was called Connect. I think it was called something else. Facebook something or another back in March was where they announced RE4 and a bunch of other stuff. So, like we're figuring
kind of deal. Yeah.
What was that? 6-7 months ago, something like that. So I'm thinking 6-7 months in between spans, they're going to start giving us these big hitters. I mean, this was a pretty big hitter today with the whole changing Facebook to Meta, but
it's possible, but you got to assume that we have games coming before that, right? They're not going to go 6 or 7 months without having any new releases. So if they're going to announce games, I would assume they're going to announce big games at an Oculus event, and we know that they just said that we have an Oculus event coming. So they have a digital, virtual Oculus event, not in person, but they have a digital, like this was, Oculus event coming sometime soon in 2022. 2022 is 2 months away, really. Right. I mean, we're in November, so it's here. It's going to be, but it could be. I don't think it'll be spring. I think it'll be probably February, March. January, February, March, sometime in there.
I think it's also going to depend too on what Sony decides to do, because they're directly competing. I mean, it's not the same style, but they are competitors, and they both have big events that they put on. And if Sony brings out something big, well, then Quest is going to be like, hey, we got to top this, or Meta is going to say that.
Meta, yeah.
I got to get used to that.
Nobody's going to get used to that, dude.
Well, it's going to be Oculus, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be like Google and Alphabet or whatever,
You're
right?
just going to see Facebook take a back seat, because you're not going to see, and they could very possibly, you could see Facebook take a back seat even on the packaging. So when very recently, within the last year or so, they were very focused on putting the Facebook brand even on the Oculus boxing. So if you look at the Quest 2, the original Quest box did not say Facebook on it at all anywhere. It was just remember the original Quest 1 was a nice black sleek box.
I still have it.
I still do too. I love it. I keep all my boxes anyway. But but the Oculus 2 very clearly said Facebook right on the box. So I think you could see, and this is all backfired on them, and they know it. So I think you could see a backpedal to say, let's separate Oculus from Facebook, and maybe you'll see Meta on it. I don't know, but it's very possible that you might just see more Oculus focused things, which is good for us. Get your fingers off of our VR.
And one of the things I really kind of thought about during this whole show, this whole Facebook Connect, a lot of it is all about AR, VR, Facebook changing their name. But how many people are involved in the Facebook industry that don't do VR, don't do AR, and all of a sudden they're getting Meta? They're, business owners, all kinds of different people use Facebook for advertising services, selling. And this is big news, not just for the VR, but for the whole Facebook industry, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this was big news today. Again, we are VR gamers, so we were disappointed. But if you're not, if you're not focused on what we're focused on, if you're focused on social media, if you're focused on the metaverse and what it can bring to you in outside of gaming, this was a huge announcement today.
Yeah,
I mean, and then them dropping the bomb of, hey, we're gonna have some way where you don't have to log in with a Facebook account anymore.
And that was big news. Yeah,
That's
that
big.
was really
You know what I
big
mean?
news.
It really is big. Again, I don't know what that means yet, but again, are we going to have meta accounts now? You know what I mean?
We're going to have a meta account, and that meta account's going to have to be linked to your Facebook account.
Here's what you have to do. You have to get a meta password tattooed on your ass. You have to have your headset scan your ass every
Wait,
time
is it
you
gonna be
play.
Is it going to be barcoded?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, either that or they'll put it on the inside of your lip. You'll have a barcode scan on the inside of your lip to have it scan you so you can play, after the fall.
Glitch is on YouTube watching, and he said Christmas is going to suck this year because there's nothing cool to buy. And you're right.
You're right.
Yeah.
All the
good stuff's already out.
I have stuff coming. I have stuff coming. I'm excited about. Because I'll tell everybody I've been kind of keeping it quiet. So you guys remember I bought the Vive Flow, right? And there was like, why did you buy the Flow? And I'm like, yeah. I want to do the unboxing of it. So they had a Kickstarter last week or 10 days ago for the Lynx RX1, which is a AR VR headset that looks freaking amazing. Well, guess what dumbass went and backed the Kickstarter? Oh my gosh.
Well, you're still gonna be waiting on
we were talking about it a couple weeks ago. Well, it started about a month ago, maybe now. I think the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
And we were talking. The price is a little high, so we were like, I don't know if it's really going to be worth it.
Well,
but
remember when they came out and they said,
the specs look really cool.
Yeah, they came out and they said it's going to be in the hundreds. So when they announced the Kickstarter and when they said hundreds, I'm like, oh, this is going to be what, $200-$300?
Sure.
Yeah, it's like 600, and then you got if you want the controllers, it's another 100, and then
controllers are extra. So,
oh my god! Yeah, I still got to finish buying my B haptics.
That's $700 for this thing.
So stay tuned, folks. Q2C YouTube. You have the unboxing coming of the Vive Flow, which I do feel a little bit better about my Vive Flow now that we don't have hardware released for the for Oculus. And so at least hopefully I'll get something good out of that. And then the links, if you guys take a look at this links, man, it looks pretty damn cool with some of the stuff that's in there. So I'm really excited to check this thing out because it's a mix between AR and VR. I did get the controllers with it to give you a better idea of what's going on VR wise. Because if you don't get the controllers, if
you have to buy the controllers separate.
You do.
Yeah.
How do you? Come on.
You do. You don't have to have the controllers. That's the thing.
Apparently, it works without controllers.
So the two headsets I just bought, neither of them come with controllers. I didn't get the controllers for the Vive Flow. I got to use my phone as a controller.
Are these supposed to have hand tracking or?
Yeah.
Well, the Vive Flow is definitely going to have hand tracking, but it won't come out of the box. They'll have it probably down the road, a few months down the road. But I don't remember if they said anything about hand tracking with. I think there was hand tracking with
There is. If you go to their Kickstarter, right on there, they got a YouTube video on how hand tracking works and stuff.
Right. Because again, this is a mixed headset between AR and VR. And if you watch some of the stuff in this, did you see? Because Sebastian Ong from MRTV, he went to their place in France or whatever they're from, Lynx, where the company is, and he actually did like a little demo there. And I saw him physically put the thing on, and I saw his arm in real life reach out and grab it. He grabbed a sun from a planetary solar system that was basically mapped over his environment, and I saw him physically grab it with his hand and pull it out and move it and put it somewhere else. And I was like, yes, take my money. Go ahead.
You know Cass and Chari from VR? They were there as well. They went to the Lynx head office.
Oh, nice.
And they've got a YouTube video on the Kickstarter page with hands-on with them. And the AR looks cool. AR looks kind of neat. Like she went out for a run and there's like coins on the road. So as she's running, she's picking up these coins like an actual tunnel runner, but you got to run.
Yeah, I mean the amount of things that you can do with this thing are going to be super cool and super exciting, and I wanted to bring it to everybody. I want to let you guys know what this cool new hardware is. So I invested in it and did it again. My wife is freaking hate it, man. because here's what happened. I did the live flow a couple weeks ago, and then I did the links, and she's like, "What are you doing with the links?" And I'm like, "It's okay, it's okay." It's not okay. I'm like, "It's okay." And then I was like, they might drop 2 headsets today. She's like, "You're not buying 2 headsets." I'm like, "They dropped
so
2
excited when they
headsets.
didn't
I gotta go buy them." Oh my god, she was jumping. She was out at the pool watching us, live, and she was jumping up and down because she's like, "Yes, now we're going to Disney to buy merchandise." She's like, everything's gonna be a little bit easier.
Yes, I get a Disney hoodie because Eric didn't buy a new headset.
I gotta ask you, Eric, were you sweating bullets before the show because of a Quest 3 announcement?
Hell yeah, I was. Me and Tafore and I talked
about it for like an hour before the show.
Oh yeah,
totally freaking out.
That is one of the things I'm most happy about today is that Q2C is still Q2C. Q3C sounds like shit. Okay? Q3C doesn't freaking work, man. We need to figure something else out because we need to stay Q2C. I don't care. Even if it's gonna be the Quest 4, and I'm gonna be like, "Yep, Q2C."
Q2C squared.
I think I said something to someone today, and they're like, "What if you went with Q2/3C?" Like, well, maybe.
So my wife is here in the room with me, and it's getting late here, and so she kind of looks over at me. And she goes, "Can I get undressed?" I'm like, "You can try. I'm not sure what people can see."
Facebook might shut us down. YouTube might shut us down.
Go over there. Like, I don't know what the camera can see.
Don't move the camera. I can't see past the TV. You're good.
I might turn this way a little bit. Cool.
Where is she? Oh, she's hiding.
Oh my god. This is just, Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, this was, I was happy with no Quest 3 announcement. I don't want a Quest 3. The Quest 2 is plenty fine. This is going to be the headset I think 99% of the people will be using at least for the next year.
Some of the people in chat are saying that our group name could change to a math equation.
Oh my god, yeah.
Q1 plus 2C equals Q3.
Oh my god, I got all this merchandise, Q2C, and oh my god. Everything I own right now says Q2C on it. They changed the 3 today. I was gonna flip, man. You should have seen me. I was getting messages from a whole bunch of people like, "Congratulations, no Q2C, Quest 3." Benny Lee from Hello Real is like, "Oh," he goes, "Were you sweating?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I was."
Congratulations.
Look at Todd's shirt, for God's sakes. I have to buy him a new shirt
and a new coffee cup.
So yeah,
we will forever be indentured Q2C. They will come out with the Q10XY7 and we'll still be Q2C.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Michelle Dillon says she will kill you. She would kill me. She just went out to the balcony and she's going to the other room. She's like, "Do not turn that camera."
If Eric just suddenly disappears,
I said
somebody
we probably
call
jump up to like 40 or 50 people in chat if I get undressed. But Nick, let's see. Take your shirt off. See what happens.
You ain't gonna get nothing here.
We're gonna clean out the room. We already dropped.
I got another side quest shirt underneath this.
Yeah, right. Guys, let's give away another game. What do you think? You want to give away? Let's give away Warplanes.
Warplanes sounds like a great game.
All right, guys.
That is a fun game.
I'll go.
Make sure you have your sea legs for this.
Yeah, it's not going to be in chat. This is going to be on the screen, right next to Nick. Okay, next to Nick. You're going to see a code. Okay, it's not going to be in chat. You're going to see it next to Nick. You have to go into the Oculus mobile app. Go into the mobile app. Click on your avatar's picture in the top left-hand corner. That'll drop down a menu. Hit the settings button. That'll drop down another menu. Hit the redeem code right there under the settings, and that is where you put this code in. Okay, this is a code for Warplanes. Get your fingers ready.
It'll look like this.
Yeah, that. Here we go. There is your code.
Down there, guys.
It's right down there.
I can get my finger pointed at it. Right down there, everybody.
Oh, no, that way.
Dude, we're like so professional.
Right.
We're using the finger and everything.
I mean, literally, we went from me in my living room to having codes and oh my god, yeah. Just let us know, guys, if you got that when you got that, who got it.
Next time we're going to start throwing codes in game trailers.
Yeah,
we're going to the
that
top.
Was fast, so it's gone already. Someone's typing
Wow,
quick.
that was fast.
Oh, somebody got it already. It says redeemed already. Oh god, I hope it wasn't one that I was already redeemed. Somebody get it. Let me know they got it. Oh man.
Oh, good times, guys. Good times.
Yeah, hell yeah. If that was redeemed already, we're in trouble.
I don't know. Someone is super fast.
Yeah, Dylan got it.
Yeah, right. Dylan always gets these things. He's already got more planes anyway.
Yeah.
So we got. So I want to give a hoodie away to somebody tonight because we didn't get a chance to give one away today, and I am super excited to make sure we give one away. And who got our last one? Was it Diane?
I think it was
Diane Jackson.
It was either Diane or was it Denise that got it? It was
Benny Lee got it.
Benny Lee got it.
No. Benny
Lee got one way before.
Yeah, was it? Yeah, the last hoodie we gave away was either Denise. I think it was Diana
Diaz.
Oh, that's who it was. It was Dana Diaz got it.
Yeah,
you're right.
She's
right.
Okay.
She's the one. Yeah.
So, guys, did anybody get the key? Make sure you let us know if you got the key, please. That's the only way for me to know.
I think someone was saying in the chat that Dylan got it.
No, was it really Dylan?
No. It was Benny. He was just being funny.
Oh,
I think Benny got it.
Did Benny get it? Can somebody confirm for me, just so that we know somebody got this key? But
yeah.
So the hoodie I can't put a code in, guys. It's not going to work.
No,
so we actually have to figure out something for. What do you got? What do we got? Like
for the hoodie,
people in here?
We're gonna have to add what Q1 plus Q2 equals.
Yeah, my wife goes, Can I get it?
Wait, doesn't she have a hoodie? And your daughter?
Yeah, Benny got
it. Oh, she's here. There's legs. She's here.
There's legs.
Oh shit!
Look at that. We're up to 22 people.
Yeah, we just need 2 people.
Look at that. It just went up like crazy.
And Benny did get it, so we're good.
Benny did get it. Congratulations, Benny.
Congrats, Benny. It's
guys,
a great game.
Keep your. I think what we're gonna end up doing. One of these where we do it with quick fingers, and then for our chats, and we'll do one like a question wise. That way, if we get somebody who doesn't have the quick fingers, still has a chance to get it. So that's the way we do it. But what do we want to use to give away a hoodie? So guys, we're gonna give away a Q2C hoodie. Basically, it'll have the logo on it, and any color you want, anywhere you live in the world, I'll ship it out to you. And Todd reminded me. This is a great suggestion, Todd. Let's do this. Whoever can give me, and Todd, can you take a look? You're gonna need to take a look at YouTube.
Yeah, I'm
on this and be
difficult.
Be first. But so whoever can tell me who the developer of GTA San Andreas was, first person who can tell me who developed GTA San Andreas will win a hoodie, Q2C hoodie, and any color, any size, up to 5X.
Oh, I know this one.
I know this one too. I know this one. This is a good. How come we can't ever win stuff, guys?
I know, right?
I want to win stuff, man. Somebody said give it to the oldest person in the group. Was it Larry Kirk? Larry Kirk's probably just give it to the old guy. That's funny. Oh man, too funny. But yeah, whoever.
Right, so I've got.
I don't have any chat up in front of me.
So,
that's frozen.
The winner I've got on my screen is Facebook user.
Facebook user, congratulations!
It is a Facebook user. It was not a YouTube person, and we got a couple different. Dickel says Rockstar, Dylan said Rockstar Studios, Ernie says Rockstar Games.
There's actually 2 because I looked this up earlier for Eric. Let me see if I still have it on my screen.
We'll take either one.
I do. Rockstar Games or Rockstar North.
Yeah, I'll take either one. Whoever got
either one would have been fine. Rockstar is really the answer.
Yep. So who got it first, guys?
Oh, if it's just Rockstar, Dickel got it.
Oh, Facebook user.
Yeah, I'll take Rockstar. Rockstar is the answer too.
All right, Tickle Salad's
your Facebook user got it first.
Facebook user won it first.
Love Facebook.
Congrats, Facebook user.
Nice. Who says so? Somebody is like comparing ages out there. Somebody says I'm 30. I'm 53. Larry says I'm 62.
I'm 62, bro.
Oh.
I graduated high school in 2004, so
Todd's 78, and he looks pretty good.
He's not doing too bad. Is that why?
Damn good for my
age. Unlike someone over there missing whose hairline's going back, or what did you say earlier?
Don't say, I can't believe you said I was bald. You guys, I'm trying to do my intro. You guys are saying chatting that I'm going bald. He's like, I think Eric's starting to go bald. Nick's like, yeah, a little bit. Shut up, dude. He goes, yeah, a little bit. Oh man, too funny. Somebody said, Chris Lebrecki says I'm naming my next kid Facebook user. It's Meta user.
Meta user. Yeah. It's not Facebook anymore. We're going with Meta user.
Oh shit, man.
Which one of the hoodie? And he's like, damn it, I should have stayed on Facebook because his thing came up on YouTube, but way later than everybody else's.
Oh yeah, I guess YouTube runs a little bit behind Facebook.
Now you got to be in. It's because we're part of the meta. We're part of the meta, man. YouTube is not part of the meta, man.
To a better guy. That's funny.
Tech. I'm just gonna have to send Tech a freaking man.
Right? I'm sure he's heaped over his desk crying right now.
Well, the shipping won't be bad because he only lives about 3 hours away from me. So at least that one.
I'll tell him to come and pick it up. Jesus.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Tech. If you can come pick it up. I'm in Disney. Come pick it up. And I'll get
so Chris says in chat he's naming his next kid Facebook user.
That's too funny, man. That's too funny. So yeah, who was it? It was Dickel, right? Dickel Salas Pineda. Yeah, Dickel, man. Just PM me and leave me your name and your complete address, and we will get you a hoodie, color and size, please. You can go into Todd. Can you drop the link for the Etsy store in there? And guys,
over here.
Yeah, I don't have it there yet. Guys, if you could help us out, and we got some stuff there. Help us out. We do these giveaways. We like to be able to do these things, but look at all these effects we have now. These aren't cheap.
It costs money.
Yeah. You saw that intro, man. We need help. We need some help. So yeah, please, anything you can do. If you go buy something, a coffee mug, stickers, spandex pants,
hats. Hats are pretty cool.
Everybody loves spandex pants. So yeah.
Didn't you pick up a pair of those spandex pants? Or maybe it was Benny Lee that bought a pair of those spandex pants.
Somebody got the joggers. I don't know who got the joggers. I don't remember.
Or maybe that was Benny.
Benny got a hat for sure and a shirt. I don't know. He might have got.
I can't remember.
Yeah, but the joggers look cool, man. They look cool. I just wanted to let you guys know earlier. I gave 2 keys away for the earlier chat, and Deirdre Brown won Painting VR, and Chris Yan, YOHN. I've contacted both, and I'll get them both their keys after this is over. But yeah, both Chris Yan won Contractors, and Deidre Brown, another great, great one of our diehards. She won Painting VR.
And that was during the Facebook Connect Live.
Yeah, we gave those away during the Facebook Live event. Yeah, that was cool. It was fun. It was so much fun. Yeah, this whole day has been just a blast.
We've done 4.5 hours of live streaming today, Eric.
Hey guys, and I did 3 hours on Virtual Strangers Wednesday night too.
Yeah, so, right.
Oh man,
it's been a long couple of days.
When you find something cool, you kind of go with it.
Yeah, I mean, this has been so much fun, man. I had a ball doing this today. It was just cool to turn around and look and see that we, are doing this. Our little group here doing this, going up against, Mike from Virtual Reality Oasis and Gamertag, and we had some awesome people that decided to come and watch us do this and shit, talk to us. So I was completely humbled, everybody, and I love all of you guys. And we didn't get the news we wanted to today, but news is coming. I think VR is going way in the right direction.
Yeah, it's definitely not going away. So
yeah, for sure. So yeah, let's do Unplugged next week, guys. We're gonna have Marcus from Unplugged come and talk to us next week. Until then, come see Virtual Strangers on Saturday. They're gonna do their free stuff and killer deals with Wes and Roots. come see them on Sunday for their normal show, which I'm sure they'll be talking about Facebook Connect. And then I'll see you guys next week on Wednesday with Virtual Strangers, and back here again on Thursday. So, yeah.
It's Todd, never ending, man.
Never ending.
Yeah. Todd, you're the man. Thanks for being with me here for this whole thing and helping me set this up last night.
No problem.
Nick,
it was awesome.
Thanks for taking the time out of your busy day to working to come and hang out and be here when you could.
Hey, love to be there when I can, man.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Even if my internet keeps cutting out on me while I'm at work.
Exactly. Yeah. And thank you to my wife and my family for allowing me to take allowing me to take time out of our vacation to do this for all these hours today. And
a shout out to Mama Smash.
Absolutely. Yep. I don't say it enough, but thank you guys. And this is something I love, and I just wanted to make sure that we did this together today, and I had a ball doing it. So thank you.
It was good day. A lot of good things, bad things, and crazy things happened today, but it was an overall exciting day.
And who the hell knows what we'll talk about next week? I'm sure there'll be something coming down the pike. We'll see all you amazing people next Thursday. We're definitely going to talk to Marcus, but we're going to have other stuff to talk about too as well. So guys, for Todd, and for Nick, I'm Eric. See you guys next week, guys.
Take care.
Take it easy.